But are there, yeah, she's absent tonight, so she's videotaping.
Oh, okay.
I'm Stephanie.
Hello.
And I'm Tiffany.
And you're what?
Denise.
Oh, they all sound alike. Okay.
Our first question is, why do you begin each book with JoJo in the library?
Oh, okay. I'll tell you why I did that. I purposely did that because it's very complex. So if I get off track, remind me of what the first question was. But I wanted to have, I knew JoJo was going to read these books on African American history. So I wanted, I was trying to figure out how can I work that into the story. So I thought that it would be good to have him reading, and I wanted JoJo to be a reader. I thought it was very important for them to see this male student as a reader, and a good reader. So I thought it would be good to have it in a library. And now the reason why another reason why I chose the library, and it just to be a place where you can get the book and also promote the fact that he's a reader, is that I like to promote library use. And in any presentation I do at a school, I always encourage students to use their library. Now, it just so happened that when my kids were growing up, they had a friendship and a close relationship with the children's librarian for the library that we used a lot. And my son, when he was much younger, he's a journalist now, but when he was much younger, he wanted to be an astronaut and an engineer. He loved space travel and things like that. And the librarian knew that, so every time, and we would go to the library at least once a week, every time he would come in, she would have another book for him on some aspect of space travel or engineering or something like that. And I really appreciated that fact that she took a personal interest in my children like that, especially my son. And so I thought, well, this would be a good idea. I could use Callie, that was her name, and how she used to give Isaac books to read on his favorite topic. I would kind of use that same kind of relationship with Mrs. Morgan and JoJo. And I also kind of like the fact, and this is just the writer in me, I like the fact that she would know ahead of time what kind of book he needed to read. So she would be sort of like an omniscient character, because the book she gave him is the one that had the specific lesson he would need to work out the plot situation that he would be confronted with. So hopefully that answered your question. I covered a lot of ground with that.
It did, it did. Sorry, we're having to revise today.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, are you going to continue basing your books on life learning experiences? If so, do you have other topics in mind?
I do have actually I have other African American heroes in mind. I don't have specific topics, but my publisher hasn't asked me to write another volume yet, but I always tell the classes, if they ask me if there are going to be more, you have to write the publisher, write Judson Press and say you want more JoJo in the city books. You know, you want more, you want another volume. Because if they don't see a lot of interest, it's not enough that people keep buying